Good evening, everybody. How's everyone this evening? And hi to those watching the playback. Hi, David. How you doing? I'm doing well, thank you. It's a nice, warm 20 degrees here in the train room tonight. I've got class 20 going around there, the usual class 47, and my class 121 Irish Rail one going around. You can see here I've got my 110 DMU. It's on the rolling road at the moment. It's running a bit stuttery, so I thought I'd put it on there, let it run for half an hour, and then put it back on the tracks. So I hope everyone's well. I've done a bit more scenery and some ballasting and weathering of the ballast. So I'll show you all that in a moment. If you can hear a bit of noise in the background, there's some work going on in the field behind me. They're putting in a new septic tank for the house. I wasn't expecting to come back this evening. They went down a couple of feet and hit bedrock, so they're out there with a hammer, jackhammer now. So I mightn't go for the full hour tonight if it gets too noisy. Hi, Connor. How you doing? Hi, Charlie. I hope everyone's well. How's things up in the Foyle Valley, Connor? Are you just getting ready to open, or do you have an opening date yet? Oh, you're not going to be opening the museum to next year now? Last we heard when Niall was up at the meeting there last week, they said they were hoping to open up in a couple of weeks. Hi, HDAAB, whoever that is. Welcome. Hi, Jerry. How are you doing? I take it you can all hear me okay? If you're really interested, I can take you out the back and show you the big hole they're digging. So it's a bit noisy in here. Yeah, we're hoping now that the indoor dining will open up now in the next couple of weeks. You're only going to be allowed to go in for a pint or go in for something to eat inside if you've been double vaccinated or you've had a test to say you're clear, which is a bit ridiculous. But hi, Anthony, how you doing? Good to see you here. I'll start rotating around the cameras, give you a bit of a better view. You can see there now where I've done the ballasting and done some more scenic bits in the center. I decided when I was doing the ballasting to actually put grass down the gap between the tracks. I was going to make it all ballast, but I think it was too wide and it wouldn't have looked quite right. So guess what tomorrow's video is on? Yeah, ballasting and weathering the track and doing a bit more scenic. But I don't know if you can pick it up from there, but I've actually used 3 different types of ballast. So I was doing that in the video to give an example of what you can use. Wicked Insanity, how are you doing? Welcome. So what's everyone been up to this week since we spoke last week? There was no Grand Prix on the weekend, so I didn't build any more Metcalf kits. We have the British Grand Prix this weekend, so I'll probably sat down building something while I'm watching it. So myself and my son, well, mostly my son, we're embarking on a new project. I had this old kit that was given to me by my brother years ago. And it's a radio controlled plane. It's all balsa wood. Never built anything like that before, so I've given him the instructions and the plans, and he's been out here working away. So it's going to keep him quiet over the summer now. Fixing a broken PC. Yeah, I've got half a dozen different PCs in various stages of repair around here. Yeah, I hope Max wins again. He seems to be on a roll at the moment. Their car and their tires seems to be performing really well recently. And it appears that Mercedes have no answer. Yeah, I'm the same. I've got, because I used to work in IT support. So I've got boxes and boxes of different parts, motherboards, sound cards, video cards, different types of memory all over the place. Yeah, go back to it, Jerry. Now it's interesting because Max Verstappen he's won the last 3 races, I think, and Mercedes and Hamilton have got no answer for him. He's just scampering off into the distance. Hi, Jason. How are you keeping? Good to see you here. If you notice, I pinned a link to the top. That's for Josh's giveaway. He's doing a 200 sub giveaway of, I think it's a 00 carriage or a N-scale carriage. So if you're not subscribed to him, pop over, have a look at his channel, give him a thumbs up and subscribe. Tell him I sent you over. Yeah, I like Max. He's a very calm, cool, collected driver, and he's you just want to see someone else at the front and winning. Just changes it up a little bit. Right, let's see if this 110. This is a old Hornby unit that I hardwired a chip into a few weeks ago, and it was working fine. Put it on this evening, but it didn't seem to want to work. Very stuttery. I think I might need just to put a Stay Alive in it, or put some extra pickups. Well, that didn't go far. Just doesn't want to run. And yes, I have cleaned the track. Yeah, it is a nice rake. Don't look at it too closely because you'll find it's made up of Mark IIs, Mark 1s, or sorry, Mark 2s, Mark 3s, and Mark 4s. Hi, Kieran. How you doing? Hi, Rachel. Anybody else inside watching? Rachel's my daughter. It's her birthday on Saturday. She's going to be turning into a 13-year-old. So I will have 4 teenagers in my house. Oh, yes, definitely, David. Rule 1, I run what I want when I want. If you're looking for something stereotypical, don't be looking at my layout. I think the closest thing you will find to stereotypical is that 47 going around with the intercity coaches, because at least they're all intercity. But I couldn't make all my videos I do without Rachel, because she's my camera person. So she does my filming for me, and I buy her cheeky caramel ice cream from Lidl and the odd chocolate bar. Hi, Flymo. No, it's going to be 4 teenagers. There'll be 3 teenage daughters and 1 teenage son. And then I have a 21-year-old as well. And a 7-year-old. Yeah, the worst teenage years seem to be the early teens. And once you get to about 16 or 17, they settle down a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to put Stay Alive in this DMU. For some reason, all my children don't want to tell their friends that I'm on YouTube. I think they were all hoping I would have given it up by now. Right, let's put something else on. Oh, I know what I can do. Take that off. The old hand of God. And she'll bring up Tornado, which I put down the tunnel. So we'll see her coming up the tunnel. As long as she works. No, she's moving. Here she comes. Hi, Stuart. How you doing? It's Stuart, isn't it? Yeah. A lot of teenagers don't want to admit they're into anything, Jerry. Oh, you're on holidays, are you? Nice. I say we got some nice weather here in Donegal for a change. It's 20 degrees here in the train room. It's just nice. I've got the door open, letting some fresh air in. Well, I've got my son into Airfix kits. A couple of weeks ago, I was in the model shop. He was with me. I took him down the end where I had all the kits. I said, do you want to get one of these to try over the summer? So he brought the sort of basic Red Arrows one, took it home, put it together, painted it, put it up on the shelf. Then he went and bought another Red Arrows one so he can do it with the undercarriage down. So he's doing that. And I had a couple of kits, Revel kits of Ryanair 737s. And I had one of the space shuttle that I started and never finished. So I handed them over to him to build. And he dug out, as I say, the RC plane kit we have, and he's putting that together. Caravanning in the Cotswolds. Rather you than me. We had a caravan once. My missus loved it. I hated it. I love camping, but not caravanning. The midges are terrible around here, Flymo, especially on these evenings when it's still. Now it's a bit damp this evening. There was a shower, and that's just, they're all just going to come out. So I have the door open into the rest of the shed. I don't have the outside door open because otherwise I'd be in here scratching. Yeah, I was watching a few of those, you know, where you, like 10 RC plane disasters that pop up on YouTube when you. I love those ones that they have the real jet engines. I was watching one that was a model of a MiG. That looked very impressive. Oh, so you probably went up. Did you go up the M5? From Devon to the Cotswolds? Or did you go across country? Yeah, it's a shame because where I live in Donegal, I come up on the side of the hill on a nice evening. You can see 40 miles into the distance all the way down to Sligo, see Ben Bulben and the mountains around, and it'd be lovely to sit outside, but you can't unless there's a breeze. So don't forget to give me a thumbs up, guys, and subscribe if you're new here. All right, let's change the view a bit so you can see something else. Let's go with that one. So you can see that's the rock face there I've done the video on, detailing. At the M5, M4 interchange there, that RAC building, I used to work in there at one time. That's almost 20 years ago now. Is that the one that's gone into a cathedral somewhere? I've seen clips of it. It looks very impressive. No, I didn't see that video, Jerry. Is that the one that was washed up? Yeah, I'm surprised how well it actually turned out, the rock face. Because when I was doing it, and I was thinking, oh, this doesn't look right at all. And then I painted it, and it looked a bit better. Then I started doing the scenery around it, and it just started to pull it all together. And likewise, when I was weathering the ballast last night, I was looking at it thinking, oh, have I made that too dark again? But then once I started to do the scenery around it, it just seemed to make it lighten up, and it didn't look too bad. Yeah, the rock face is just, it's It's a sheet of, the good old insulation foam board, Celotex, just carved at the top to give me a sloping hill effect. Plaster of Paris bandage over it. Then I stuck on different rocks from the castings onto it, broke some of the rocks up to give them different shapes, stuck them on, and then filled in with plaster around it, and then just went at it with a couple of little sculpting tools I've got and craft knives, just hacking away at it. And then painted it, and it didn't seem to turn out too bad. I tell you what, I can't wait till I get back over to the UK and go to some of the model shops around there and go on a couple of steam train excursion rides, visit some of them. Yeah, you're right, Flymouse. Sometimes you have to walk away from it and then come back and look at it. I kept getting some of my kids in here to have a look at it and go, "What do you think?" Right, yeah, that's all right. Yeah. Some of them will give positive feedback. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get over to the MRYCG meetup. It's at the end of this month, but now I can go across the border and fly out from Belfast to Birmingham and come back again, because that's seen as an eternal flight. But the flights from Belfast are really expensive at the moment when I looked. Whereas if I can fly from Dublin, because now I'm double vaccinated, and in theory I should be able to fly and not have to go through all the rigmarole. But just waiting to see what they come out with. Splurge. Maybe. Just have a good look around. All right. Question for all you guys out there. You can see now I've done all the tufts and the flowers and everything. And I've been looking around, and I can get to make the flowers of that. Woodland Scenics do these little packs: white, orange, red, and yellow. And then I find this other stuff they do, which is purple. But that comes in like a fibrous thing. It's not a powder. Do you guys, anybody out there know anybody who makes something similar to the colored powder, or something I could use to give me sort of blue purpley colors? Because if I go back onto main camera again, let's know if you can make out can't really see it from there. You see I got this little purple patch here and up here to sort of donate heather. So I'm looking for something that I can use to make, sort of bluebells, that sort of thing. Foxglove, that sort of blue purple color. I looked on Woodlands Scenics, couldn't see anything. I had to look at WWS, they didn't seem to have anything. You can buy the tufts and everything with those colors on it, but I want my own, so I can make my own. I'll move the camera now and I'll give you a closer look at what I've done. Powdered blue glass. You can see here. So this is bird grit, which is €250 for 2 kilos, I think it was. This is the Woodland Scenic stuff at, was it 13 quid a tub? And then at the back, that is aquarium gravel, which again was about 3 quid a bag. Now my favorite is the bird grit. Now I think the Woodland Scenic and the bird grit, they're out of scale. It's not the right size, but I think it looks quite good. What I like about the bird grit is it's got different colors in it. So if you're going for modern era, all new, then you probably go for the Woodland Scenic because that's consistent and all the same color. Where the bird grit is more traditional because, you know, they got their ballast from whatever local quarry was nearest. Oh, they do a flower dressing kit and a scatter dressing kit. Thanks, Clint. Yeah, because what I've got is these here. This is basically the Woodland Scenics. I put it into spice bottles for storage. But they do that. It's like a powder. They do it in yellow, white, red, and orange. Now they also do a hue pack. Which there's green, but these are more for seed heads and they're much finer. There is a purple one of those, but it doesn't, you try and make flowers, it doesn't look right. So what I'm looking for is something in sort of blue and purple. Now that's the stuff I got for making the heather. It's actually, on the camera there, it looks quite blue, but it's actually purple. And this is like a fine mesh. So what I've been doing is I've been putting it out, the bits that the powder that comes off, I've been collecting and using it to make some flowers. I'll wait for the trains to pass and I'll show you. That one there. You can see how I've done it with a bit of sea foam there and the red one there. Right, I'll do that. Thanks, Clint. I did have a look on their site last night and I couldn't see anything, but I'll go in there to their starter kits and have a look. Well, it's gone all quiet outside, so I presume they must have given up for the night. They were digging a hole for a new septic tank and they hit bedrock a couple of feet down. Yeah, it's some sort of powder I'm looking. I was thinking of getting some powdered paint and some fine sawdust and making my own, but the problem when you do that is they're not always as color fast when you make your own scatter like that as the stuff you buy. Now there's only a fluorescent light in here, there's no direct sunlight, so it probably wouldn't fade, but because when I was first making my layouts when I was younger and still living in Ireland back in the late 80s, that's what I used to have to do. There was a picture framing factory in the town. I used to go in there, get the really fine sawdust, and then get powdered paints and mix them together to make my own scatter. And that's what I found is over time they would fade. So the next thing we need to do now is, so there's the rock face, is this corner here now. So it's going to be static grass. I'm going to get another one of those towers and I'm going to put it on top of this hill. And the church should be going over there, so I need to do the walling and the church and a little path up to it. And then ballast around there. And then once I've got all that done and I'm finished leaning over there, I'll come back and then start doing this. So I'm going to put, I think I'm going to put in a little forest in here with the river and the waterfall. So that's going to take me a few weeks to do. I've never actually done water before, so that'll be new for me. And then I can, this area here, then I can do the scenics on this as well. This lower level is going to be, so there's going to be a tunnel mouth here and here. And this is going to sort of come down onto it, which is why I haven't ballasted that other rail yet, because there's still some scenic work to do on it. And that'll close that all in, and you'll have the sort of two levels then with the trains operating on it. So a good bit of work to do. And once I've that done, that'll be a good third of the layout scenic. Yeah, a good third of it. And then I'll start then on the station. And then that'll be that section. And then I need to do the wiring then for the points and all that I put over in the steam shed area. And then the TMD. And then it brings me back where I started. So that's the plan anyway. So it'll keep me going for a good while yet. And I've got lots of little side projects to do as well for the layout, like the lighting for the castle and Yeah, well, it keeps me busy, Flammo. You know, it gives me something to do. Come out here for an hour. Like I've got the TV up on the wall there, so I can put on some music or watch some YouTube. Though I find if I'm doing some modeling, I put music on, because if I put YouTube on, I end up sitting there watching it and do nothing. Okay, Flymo, thanks for coming along. Catch you next time. Yeah, you're right, Jerry. It could be a long winter. Hi, Kevin. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I really hope I don't think there's going to be any more lockdowns. I don't think the public will stand for it anymore. And I think if there is any more lockdowns, it's going to bankrupt the country. Whether that's, I'm in Ireland here, whether it's Ireland or the UK or the rest of Europe. I think I hope they have some of those bits on there, Clint, on WWS, because I will need to get one of their debowlers as well. Almost sounds a bit rude, but they're static grass. I got a big bag of it there, it's 100 grams. But it does tend to ball up. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, the long winter nights. But we're going to have a busy couple of months. Anyway, I'll have other things like with the museum to keep me busy. The guys have been working well in there. They've done some of the restoration work on the carriage, replaced the wood and everything on there. It's been primed. We're waiting for the paint to come in so we can paint it. Work's progressing on Drumbo. Work's progressing on the platforms. Fencing to put up, and you know, it's all progressing. It's getting there. I'll have to catch up with Triss's premiere later on. "31 degrees. Yeah, did anybody see their live stream today? I didn't catch the live stream. I just watched it afterwards. There were quite a few announcements, and they've got a German site now, which might be helpful for European modelers. But I'm quite lucky being here in Donegal in the northwest of Ireland. I have friends across the border, so I can get stuff posted there. Okay, Anthony, thanks for coming along. Yeah, you can always look to revamp your layout. You do something and think, yeah, I can change that. And as you're building a layout, your skills develop, and you want to go back and redo something, saying, oh, I can do that better now, or I've better way of doing it. Order process by Jennifer Kirk. Maybe I should go and see if I can get a job with Curascale, seeing they're based down in Dublin. Let's get a job sweeping the floor. Well, if I don't get over the end of this month to the meetup, then I'm definitely going over to Worley, as long as it's on. But yeah, I was planning to go over to the UK in August for a couple of weeks, but I've had to cancel that trip now. There's just too much other stuff going on here at the moment. So, but I will be in South Wales next May, because my brother-in-law is getting married. He's living over in Llanelli. So he's booked for end of next May. So I'll be over there. I'm not sure exactly where they are, Jerry. I know they're down Dublin somewhere. Irish Railway Models, which I keep getting emails from them about all the new different schemes for the A class and everything. I'm just like, could you just tell me when is it coming? I can't even remember which one I ordered, because I looked at my order and it just gives me a reference number and it doesn't actually. And I'm like, which scheme did I get? I'm sure I ordered the same one as the 121. I have the Emerald Airn logo. So I'm waiting for that to come, and I'll be able to do a review on it as well, because the missus knows I bought it. It was part of my birthday present. They are very nice, and they are well worth the money. They look very, very nice, but like their wagons and everything, they are really nice. I do like them, but unfortunately they're too expensive for me. Though I do like the looks of the Class 37 that they're doing. I'm like, no. I think their locos and everything are well worth the price. And but I'm not one who goes in for all the finer detail on stuff. As far as I'm concerned, if you see it whizzing around the layout, you're not going to notice too much. Like that class 20 that's going around there, that's one of the Hornby Railroad ones. Are they all sold out, Jerry? Have you tried one of the Murphy Models ones? Have you tried Mark's Models? Because they had a load of them in there, and also try Modeler's Corner in Enniskillen, because they had a few in there, and I can't remember whether they had the grey one and the one like mine, but I don't know if they had the black and tan one. Oh, is that picture looking a bit blurry, guys? I'm just looking here on the screen. It looks a bit. I'm getting a broadband boarding now. Oh, all right, should start to come back now. Give it a minute. Somebody must be downloading something inside. Hi, Alan. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. How are you keeping, sir? How's everything in North Wales? Let's move this camera around a wee bit. Yeah, Stuart, you were saying earlier on you're thinking about changing two of your boards out. I've already been thinking about changing this and maybe expanding it into the shed next door. Which the shed next door is actually on the side where all this is. So I'd have to rip all this out to go that way. But it's just a thought at the moment. Yeah, so tomorrow's video will be out about 6 o'clock. It's going to be on ballasting. One of my favorite things to do on a model railway. You'll be able to see a close-up look of the 3 different ballasts I use and see what you think. I don't do anything different to anyone else. Oh, no. Hello? Yeah, what's up? Well, that was my missus ringing me to tell me I'm not extending into the shed. I can't get away with anything. Hi, Brendan. Hi, Leslie. How are you guys? How are you keeping? Yeah, I forget I'm all over the interweb. I'm sat here just thinking I'm just chatting to you guys. It must be nearly tea time. My tummy started to rumble. Right, I'm going to call it a day there, guys. So I need to go inside and explain myself. And I have to do a last bit of filming of this area here for tomorrow's video. Get that done and get it up. And then that'll be that. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I will catch you all again next Thursday, hopefully, 7:30. Say there's a video out tomorrow on ballasting. If you want to watch that. I know I don't like doing it, but hey. Okay, Kevin, thanks, guys, for tuning in. I'm signing off. So bye, everyone. Stay safe, everyone. And I'll see you all next week. Bye.